Gene Deal just broke his silence, and what he's revealing is absolutely insane. Remember that Netflix documentary about Diddy that everyone's been talking about? Well, the footage Gene Deal collected was too controversial for Netflix. They couldn't show it. But here's the thing, Gene's about to leak every single piece of evidence that 50 Cent had to censor. And trust me, this is going to change everything you thought you knew. Look, I know you clicked on this video because you want the real story, the uncensored truth, and that's exactly what you're going to get. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard who saw everything firsthand, finally did an interview, and he's not holding back anymore. Here's what you need to understand. Gene was supposed to be in the Netflix documentary. He talked with 50 Cent for 45 minutes. They had plans, but then something went wrong. The director disrespected him, and Gene walked away. Now he's revealing all the stories that didn't make the cut. You're going to discover the real story behind the City College tragedy, the truth about Anthony Wolf Jones, what really happened with Kim Porter, and why A-list celebrities paid to stay out of this documentary. Everything 50 Cent couldn't show you is about to be revealed right here, right now. So let's get into it. Alright, before we dive into the leaked information, you need to understand what happened behind the scenes, because this is wild. 50 Cent and Netflix just released this documentary called Sean Combs: The Reckoning. It hit #1 on Netflix immediately. Everyone's watching it, everyone's talking about it. But here's what they're not telling you. This documentary left out some of the most important stories. Gene Deal was Diddy's bodyguard for years. This man witnessed everything. The parties, the violence, the business deals, the tragedies, everything. He's been collecting footage and evidence for years, just waiting for the right moment to tell the truth. Now, Gene initially wanted to be part of 50 Cent's documentary. He believed in the project. He thought this was finally going to be the moment where the real story came out. But then he met with the director, a woman named Alex Stapleton. And let me tell you, that meeting did not go well.
It don't even sound. I want to put her on blast because she was telling me, she was saying to me that what I was asking for was crazy and they wasn't spending money like that. I'm talking about you got footage, you got clothing, you got. I was doing footage. I had pictures, all the stuff that I had. You could figure out a way to pay a brother and stuff like that. And then I was telling her about some prices that I've already received, and I had the invoices to show it. And then she was calling me like I was lying. I was like, yo, who do you think you talking to? You know what I'm saying? And she was talking about, there's no way nobody paid. Nobody what? I say, first of all you people come with these documentaries and stuff, the first thing you tell me, y'all tell these people out here that y'all don't pay, and y'all pay. You give, if you can make a picture look like $10,000, $15,000, you know what I'm saying? You can sit here and tell me that you're gonna pay me for my time sitting right down here with y'all. You understand? So then, one thing led to another, and I was like, all right, well then, F you, I spoke to 50, and then she said 50, and this is exact words that came out her mouth. 50 does not determine what goes in and go out of this documentary.
Gene wanted to do this right. He tried to put together a package deal with two other guys who knew Diddy from the beginning, Tim and Kirk Burrows. These three men could have told the complete story, from Diddy's childhood to the street stuff to the business empire, everything. Gene asked for $50,000 for all three of them as a package. That's fair, right? Especially when you consider the value of the footage and evidence they had. But here's where it gets messy. Alex Stapleton, the director, told Gene something shocking. She said 50 Cent doesn't determine what goes in the documentary. He doesn't control who gets paid. She basically said 50's name is just being used for promotion, but he doesn't actually have power over the project. Gene felt completely disrespected. He had invoices showing what other documentaries had paid him. He showed her proof, but she called him a liar. Can you imagine? This man risked his life protecting Diddy, witnessed actual crimes, collected evidence for years, and the director treated him like he was making things up. And here's the crazy part. While Gene was trying to negotiate a fair deal for everyone, Kirk Burrows was making secret side deals. That's how the industry works, right? Everyone's looking out for themselves. Gene was trying to help everyone get paid fairly, but Kirk was cutting his own deal behind the scenes. So Gene walked away. He refused to participate. And that's why the documentary you watched on Netflix feels incomplete, because the man who knew the most refused to be part of it. But now, he's ready to tell you everything they left out. Let's start with something the documentary barely touched, how Bad Boy Records was really structured. Because this is important. This explains everything. Kirk Burrows, one of the guys I just mentioned, owned 25% of Bad Boy Records from the very beginning. Diddy owned the other 75%. But here's the twist. It was all under his mother's name, Janice Combs. Why would Diddy do that? Why not put the company in his own name? Gene Deal knows exactly why. It was a scheme to avoid legal liability. See, Diddy knew he was going to be sued after the City College tragedy. We'll get to that story in a minute, but just know, 9 people died at an event Diddy organized. Their families were going to sue. So Diddy made sure the company wasn't in his name. Smart, right? Evil, but smart. But then Diddy decided he wanted Kirk's 25% too. According to Kirk's own testimony in the documentary, Diddy showed up with a baseball bat. He threatened Kirk's life, forced him to sign over his stake in the company. Kirk tried to sue in 2003, but the case got thrown out because too much time had passed. Think about that. Kirk co-founded Bad Boy Records. He did the work. He built the company alongside Diddy. And then Diddy took everything from him with violence and threats. Kirk ended up homeless at one point. Meanwhile, Diddy became a billionaire off the company they built together. The documentary mentioned this story, but they didn't go deep enough. Gene Deal could have explained the whole scheme. He could have shown how Diddy used his mother's name to hide money and avoid lawsuits. But none of that made it into the final cut. I wonder why.
Well, what I feel about the documentary, they left.
Yo, listen careful and make sure drop a comment. What do you think about Gin and what do you think about 50 Cents and Puff Dad? Drop a comment and make sure you show support. Subscribe now for more video action. Please show support. Listen.
Left a whole lot of key things out. If they was going to do something and they're going to say in the reckoning of Sean Combs the reckoning or Diddy the reckoning and stuff like that, it should have been a lot of people that we lost because of him. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't only Big. It wasn't only Tupac, you understand, for the atmosphere that he put those kids in. You got a guy named Anthony Wolf Jones, who was from Bad Boy from its conception as doing security and being one of the financiers of Puff having to have some money to keep Big and Craig Mack around before he got to Clyde Davis.
Now this is where it gets really dark. Gene Deal says there's a whole murder story that the documentary completely ignored. And I'm talking about Anthony Wolf Jones. Wolf was Bad Boy's head of security from day one. This man was there before Clive Davis, before the record deals, before any of it. He was one of Diddy's most loyal soldiers. He knew everything, and I mean everything. Where the bodies were buried, who got paid off, what really happened at those parties. Wolf knew it all. And according to Gene Deal, Diddy's actions directly led to Wolf's murder. Now, Gene says the documentary team didn't have the intel to tell this story properly. They didn't do the investigation. They didn't have the evidence. Or maybe they did, and they chose not to use it. Wolf was killed by someone associated with BMF. That's Black Mafia Family, one of the biggest criminal organizations in hip-hop history. And Gene is saying there's a direct connection between Wolf's death and Diddy. But the documentary barely mentioned Wolf at all. They showed a few pictures, said he was security, and moved on. Why? Because this story is too dangerous. It involves real criminals, real murders, real organized crime. Netflix didn't want to touch it. 50 Cent probably didn't want to touch it either. But Gene Deal is saying, this story needs to be told. Wolf's death wasn't random. It was connected to everything else.
It was Puff, Heavy D, and Jessica. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, listen careful this script and make sure you drop your opinion. What do you think about this script and stuff like that? Listen.
Jessica was the reason why those kids lost their life because she locked the door on those kids running down the step. You understand? You could see her name in a news article, but they didn't mention nothing about her taking place, but they try to put Heavy D, God bless the dead, out there and they put Puff out there. You know what I'm saying? She should have been the main one because she is the one who locked the door on the kids. You understand? She is the one who locked the door on the kids, and all those kids lost their life.
All right, this next story.
Okay, first of all, make sure you show support. Subscribe now for more video action. Turn on notification. Please, let's see now what else the fancy are saying on the comment, guys. Make sure you show support. Subscribe now and turn on notification bell for more video action. Okay. Just say again, always drop the real T, and this is getting scale now. Yeah, for real, for real. Another say 50 Cent get just to confirm the it. Yeah, for real, for real. Yo, drop your comment now, guys, please, for more video action, please. Another says this documentary is turning into a war movie for real. Yeah, that is your opinion. Another say every time Guinea talks, the story gets darker. Whoa, oh, that is crazy, man, for real. Oh, drop a comment, guys. Drop a comment now, for real. Drop your comment to show support, guys. Another says so 50 Cent real did this part makes sense now. Oh. Uh Jack say Diddy storyline keeps getting crazier each day. Unbelievable. Okay. Drop comment now, guys. Please drop comment. And make sure you show support. Subscribe now. Turn on notification bell for more video action. Let's see another comment. Say, bro, the way Guinea is talking, he's tired of holding back. Another says, this Rick changed the whole narrative for real, for real. Okay, that is your opinion. Another says, this will shake the internet, is that why he cut it off? Oh, guys, drop your comment now and turn on notification bell, please. Show support, guys. Another say, Guinea been too silent now, he ironing everything out. The documentary wasn't even the full story, man. Oh, goddamn. Another say, it always Guinea spilling the party they don't want us to hear. Yo, guys, drop a comment now, guys, please, and make sure you show support. Turn on notification bell for more video action, please. Show support, guys. Another say, this just confirms that there are way more behind the scene. Yeah, for real, for real. That is good point. Yo, guys, please make sure you show support, guys. Another say, Guinea ain't holding back. This party is wealthy for real. Yo, please drop comment now, guys. Please show support, guys. And I say Guinea just to expose everything. Yeah, for real. And I say 50 cents was in C release for this rig. Yeah, for real. Yo, guys, drop comment now, guys, please, and make sure you show support. Turn on notification bell, guys, for more video action. Please show support, guys. Oh, please, please. Let's see another comment team. Another say too much tea in one video. Oh, god dang, what the fuck? Oh, god dang, god dang. Yo, guys, drop comment now, guys. Please show support, guys. Yo, guys, drop comment now, guys. Okay, guys, thank you for watching my video action. My name is Jeff Jail, all the way from Delhi South. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you show support. Turn on notification bell for more video action. Subscribe now, like video, share, and the stuff like that for more video. Yeah, make sure you show support, guys. Let's see last comments. I'll say, bro, the way Guinea is talking, he's tired of holding back. Oh, that is crazy comment, crazy. Okay, guys, thank you and welcome again for more video reaction. Thank you.